Psychological signals that women notice on men instantly. Ever stroll into a bar thinking you're invisible only to watch your buddy get checked out while he's busy losing at darts? Here's a little secret. It's not the hair gel or his dad's vintage wristwatch. Women spot the psychological signals men leak without even trying. Stuff you can't bottle and sell on late-night TV. Miss these and you'll be wallpaper. Get them right. You're in her head before you even order a drink, so want to actually show up on women's radar. Here are 4 signals, straight from psychology, and let's be honest, straight from life, that get you noticed instantly. 1. Ego as magnetic confidence. Let's settle this, you do need an ego, not the type where you start every sentence with, back when I was the man, but the quiet kind where your presence says, yeah, I belong here. Think of it this way. A cat never asks permission to sit on the warmest chair. He just stares you down. Until you move, channel a little of that. Confidence isn't about being the loudest guy in the group or turning every conversation into a TED Talk about yourself. It's the little stuff. Posture that doesn't sag, a voice that doesn't squeak, and a face that doesn't look like you just got caught sneaking cookies at midnight. Walk in like you own at least half the chairs in the place, but don't actually say that out loud. And let's be clear. Decisiveness is the real MVP. Here, order the steak without reading the menu, like it's the Magna Carta, pick a table like you paid the mortgage on it. Women notice the guy who acts like he knows he belongs and pity the man who needs to check if his seat's taken bonus tip. If you ever call yourself king in public, the universe issues you an invisible dunce cap, don't do it. Confidence also means accepting your flaws and owning your story without shame. It's about being comfortable with silence and not rushing to fill every gap in conversation. It's the way you hold your body when no one's watching and how you handle minor setbacks with grace. The magnetic kind of confidence is quiet yet unshakable. It draws people in because it's authentic and grounded. To take this even further, real confidence grows from self-awareness and genuine self-respect. It's about understanding your strengths and limits and being honest with yourself about both. It's not arrogance, it's quiet power that doesn't have to scream for attention. This kind of ego is magnetic because it's sincere and steady. It says, I'm here and I'm enough, without a hint of desperation, and that is what women can sense from across the room. TUT's controlled. Spontaneity. Here's the twist, women crave fun, but fun needs a little danger. Just not the calls her ex from a rooftop kind. Money helps, but you don't need yacht money, you need let's try something different money. That's a psychological flex, not a flex of your actual wallet. You don't want to be the guy who needs an itinerary to order coffee. At the same time, don't be the maniac who says, let's get tattoos at 2 a.m. Trust me, nobody wants to explain that at work on Monday. Controlled spontaneity is picking the jazz bar when the steakhouse is too loud, or grabbing street tacos after a fancy dinner, just because it's a wink at adventure, not a sprint toward bankruptcy. You want her to feel safe enough to say yes, and excited enough to wonder what's next. Think Indiana Jones with a retirement plan. Fun that's just wild enough but doesn't end with bail money. Controlled spontaneity also reflects emotional intelligence, the ability to read the room and adjust. Plans shows respect and attentiveness. It's the balance between predictability and surprise that keeps life interesting. Without it, you risk coming off as either boring or reckless. Women appreciate a man who can spark excitement without chaos. Controlled spontaneity means planning the unexpected while being considerate of boundaries and comfort levels. Going deeper, this trait signals that you are adaptable and thoughtful. It means you're tuned in to social cues and can create memorable moments without losing control. It also tells her that you're someone who can handle uncertainty and make life enjoyable instead of stressful. This combination makes your presence refreshing and magnetic in a world where most people are either too rigid or too wild. Controlled spontaneity is the art of keeping the spark alive while staying grounded and respectful, a rare and powerful blend. Status and self-respect. Okay. Here's the uncomfortable truth, women are loyal to the guy. They want not the one who sends 12 you-up texts and a playlist of sad songs. Status isn't about car leases or networking. It's the way you carry yourself when nobody's looking. Calm, present, and so not desperate that if someone handed you a pick-me sign, you'd use it to light a campfire. Your attention is the reward, not the clearance rack. You give it sparingly, like it costs you real money. The nice guy gives away approval like candy on Halloween. You hand it out like someone passing out cigars after a baby is born. Once in a blue moon, and only when it matters. Self-respect is your baseline. Women spot a man who respects himself and they respect you back. The win at any cost guy, that's amateur. Hour. You're not auditioning. You're inviting. Pro tip: if you ever introduce yourself as an alpha male, congratulations, you're officially not. The wolf never has to say he's the wolf. The sheep already know. Status is also about the integrity you show in your actions and decisions. Not about showing off, but about being dependable and trustworthy. It's how you handle adversity and treat people with kindness without expecting anything in return. This kind of status creates genuine attraction because it signals emotional maturity and stability. Women want a partner they can rely on through life's ups and downs. Digging deeper, status comes from a strong inner foundation that's built over time. It's the confidence that comes from knowing who you are and what you stand for without needing validation from others. It's about leading by example and being consistent in your values. Status shows in how you communicate, respectfully yet assertively, and how you handle conflict, calmly, not aggressively. This creates a magnetic presence that women unconsciously pick up on even before a word is spoken. When you combine status with humility and kindness, you become someone rare and truly captivating. Presence through discipline. Ever. Notice the guy who's steady when everything's going sideways. That's discipline. Most men twitch, check their phone, or start narrating their fantasy football team when they get nervous. But the man who's just there. Anchored, listening eyes. Not darting like he's tracking a fly. That guy gets remembered. You want your focus to be like a black hole. Everything around it gets sucked in. When you listen, you listen. When you talk, it's because you've got something to say, not because you hate silence. Emotional control isn't about never getting rattled. It's about getting rattled and making it look like you meant to do that. If a drink spills, you crack a joke. If someone cuts you off, you pause, then keep your cool. That's presence. The guy who melts down over spilled wine. He's one minor inconvenience away from writing an angry Yelp review. If you ever smash your phone in frustration, just know somewhere. A group of mature women just collectively sighed and swiped left. Discipline also means being consistent in your actions and words. It's the backbone of reliability and self-mastery. When you show discipline, you demonstrate that you're someone who can handle stress and uncertainty without losing composure. This attracts women because it suggests you'll be a solid partner in the unpredictable journey of life. Adding more insight, discipline isn't just about controlling your actions, it's about mastering your mind and emotions. This kind of presence creates a calm energy that others gravitate toward because it signals safety and strength. It means you don't get easily rattled or distracted and that your priorities are clear. When life throws curveballs, you're the steady force that stays, grounded and present. This reliability is magnetic because it promises stability in a chaotic world. Presence through discipline means you're not just physically there. You're mentally and emotionally engaged and fully invested in the moment and the people around you. So remember, ego, you've actually earned fun with a brake pedal status. You don't advertise, and discipline, you don't need to Instagram. Women spot these things from across the room, get them down, and you're not just in the conversation. You are the conversation. And if you want more real tested dating signals, no guru nonsense. Just what women notice when you think nobody's watching? Stick around. Hit subscribe and welcome to the world where invisible guy at the bar is officially a thing of the past. Thanks for watching Dark Facts 2.0, where we bring you truth that cuts deeper than the surface.